All right, welcome to tonight's post-game press conference. We'll start with an opening statement from head coach Dan Munson.
Well, I'm first of all proud of my guys, and I'm happy for them because it's been I know everybody's going through the COVID and the adversity and everything, but this team has dealt with a lot, and that's I think more than their fair share of other teams, I think, but. They didn't use that as an excuse. And, I've never, I don't think in my 30, count the years, 4 or 5, whatever it is, I've never seen a team get out-rebounded by 25 rebounds and win. And they found a way to do that. And, we'll look at the rebounding deal, but a lot of it was just physical. I know the one with 1 second left was poor Shaden just got, backed down right, trying as hard as he could and couldn't get the guy out of there. And you got to give them a ton of credit. I mean, that's their identity, and they didn't do that to Stanford or Arizona, but they hurt them on the boards. And if we're going to have any success tomorrow, we're going to have to look at it and man up a little bit more. And I know we're going to be tired and we're banged up and all that stuff, but. We don't need a split now. We need to go tomorrow and rebound the ball better. And I think offensively, the second half, we got more comfortable on the attack for each other and did a lot of good things. But, to lose the game just because of rebounding would have been heartbreaking. And hopefully we survived it today, and tomorrow would be better.
Now, questions from the media from 562.org. Wild game, what was your read on the final few seconds of regulation and what it took for your team to pull it together and win in overtime?
Well, I think the biggest thing in those situations is just your guys believing that the game's not over. And I think, having a full timeout left instead of a 30 was huge because the play we set up, is one we haven't practiced yet. It's one I've had in my, we have in our playbook, but we haven't. It's the first close game we've been in, and we just haven't had enough practices to do much situational work. And I'm proud that they followed the play. And I thought Shaden was the best one to try to take the charge, and because of his size, they run him over. And Mike did a really good job of setting his guy up to run him into the screen. And the refs, we warned them beforehand that's what one of the parts of the first part of the play we're trying to do, and they had the guts to call it, but I mean it was obvious. I mean he just ran him over, so we were fortunate there, but just our guys believing, and then Shaden had just missed a 3 to win the game, to go up there and make the 2 free throws. I think just epitomized this team. I thought, as I told him afterwards, I'm not going to single anybody out today because it took all 9 of them. All 9 of them, contributed. All 9 of them, we couldn't have won it with 8 guys. Would we have 3 guys foul out and 4, whatever it was? I mean, we were down to the last bit. I know this. If we had the ball, at the end down 2, we were going to try to win it with a 3 because I don't think we could have survived another overtime. We're just not in good enough shape and just too much foul trouble.
Speaking of just kind of getting to this game, what was the timeline of this week in terms of practicing and then getting the ball tipped tonight?
Well, again, I have a lot of respect for these guys, and that's why I want them to have a great, season and just be rewarded with games like this because it was, to get, none of them tested positive, but for somebody on our staff to test positive and then get quarantined for 15 days over Christmas break, and they all had to still sacrifice Christmas with their families and not go home and have to stay here in quarantine. It's easy to say, yeah, they love basketball. Everybody, anybody would do that. But, you don't know until you're in that situation. I got to quarantine with my family. I mean, that doesn't even seem fair. I felt like I should have gone to the dorms just so I'm one of them and to do what they have to do. And then we had 2 days of practice. The school was really good, though. They let the quarantine for 3 days come in and get shots up. And I think that half an hour of just trying to get back into shape was huge for their timing and especially shooting the ball. I thought we came back for 20 days off of a pretty good offensive rhythm in a lot of ways. But then 5 minutes into the first practice, Ramel Manziel, sprains his ankle and Chance Hunter irritated an old injury during those 3 days of shooting practice. So we lose 2 guys during quarantine, basically. Our 2 leading rebounders, ironically, for the season. So it was a lot to get to this game, and yet, you know, they didn't use any of those excuses. They came out today and played to win, and I don't think, you know, a lot of people gave us a lot of chance, but they believed in themselves, and that's the most important thing.
Given those difficulties, how big of an accomplishment is this win?
Well, I just think I said that. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's not one for the ages or anything. We got to come back tomorrow. I mean, if it's a split, it doesn't seem so great. So, but you know, it's a great way to start league and a great reward for these guys that they hung in there and fought. But I think we have better games ahead of us.
Are you concerned about the quick turnaround playing again tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I mean we're down to. You know, we're down to, you know, the other thing in those 2 days of practice, we never had 10 guys. So they never went full up and down 5-on-5. We're not able to do that. So, you know, we're a shell of the team, but we're going to get healthy. We're going to get guys back. We're going to get better. And it's just nice to get better, you know, and improve with a win and be rewarded for all the adversity they've been going through.
All right. Thank you, Coach. You just heard Coach kind of go through the last few weeks. You know, what does this mean win to start conference in a positive way after everything you guys have sacrificed in the last 2 weeks?
It's very good for us as a team, making sure that we got this first win coming into conference because it's a great energy and confidence booster for us with all the adversity that we've been through throughout this whole season. This win feels good a lot.
What's the dynamic between you and Isaiah? You know, you guys were a great 1-2 punch in crunch time tonight.
That's just knowing each other. Coach calls it tough-etherness, staying tough together, staying together. And that's what we like to say, just on the side, just me and him. We don't like to tell Coach that we use it, though.
How are you guys going to feel physically getting ready for that game again tomorrow?
We're going to be good. As long as our guys take care of their bodies tonight and get some ice, get some Epsom salt baths, we're going to be straight for tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.